Wally West has become the absolute Flash, but can he escape Captain Cold and his team? Welcome to the Comicstorian Complete Story Series, where you get audio dramas of your favorite comic books, helping you decide what to go out and add to your collection. Today, we continue Absolute Flash with issue number 2 by Jeff Lemire. I hope you enjoy. Now, Wally falls to his knees. The skeleton of Barry Allen lies before him. He clutches at his head as thoughts race through his mind so fast that he can barely understand them. But there is a noise behind him. "Found him," Digger says over his recon boomerangs. Wally looks as the boomerangs turn towards him and start firing small lasers. But Wally shifts and dodges the lasers as he moves to run away. But he is unaware that Captain Cold is freezing over the entrances to the cave, preparing to funnel Wally through a different exit. Meanwhile, Glider and Trickster are waiting outside. "I don't like this. Something's not right about this op," Trickster notes as she plays with one of her grenades. "He's on the run," Digger shouts over the comms. Wally turns and runs deeper into the mountain, passing several cave exits that have now been blocked off with ice. He keeps running and pushes towards an opening of light, unaware that Glider waits for him. The woman swings her energy weapons as Wally steps out of the cave. But the world suddenly seems to slow down around him. Energy seems to crackle through the air as he suddenly pushes through the attack, moving so quickly that Glider doesn't touch him. But Wally is moving at super speed in Glider's eyes, cracking like lightning as he tumbles to the ground. "What the f***?" she snaps. Wally stares at her in surprise for a moment as Glider starts running towards him. "Guys, this kid is, well, I don't know what he is," she shouts to her team. But Wally has already begun to pick up speed. His body begins to blur as he runs away, but a blast of ice hits his leg and pins him to the ground, bringing Wally to his knees. He turns back as the team of agents close in. "Okay, West, that's enough. Time to go home," Captain Cold tells him. Wally stares at them in fear, his mind racing again. "I'm ruining everything. I messed up too bad this time. There's no going back. I'm all broken. I need to get up. I need to move!" His thoughts shout as they race through his mind. Energy begins to spark around Wally. His body begins to vibrate and his eyes begin to glow. "Leave me alone!" Wally suddenly shouts as the energy begins to crack all around him, shifting the ground beneath him as Wally screams in pain. Then, he opens his eyes and realizes that he's back inside the lab, back with Barry in his containment bubble. "Barry!" Wally shouts as the energy swirls all around him. His body seems to be stretching out, like he's being pulled across reality. "Take my hand! Hold on!" Barry shouts to him. Wally tries to reach out, and Barry suddenly leaps forward to try and ground him. "Wally!" Barry shouts. But suddenly, there's nothing there. The energy is gone, and the room is quiet. Barry merely falls to the floor. "Wally?" he whispers. He looks up as someone approaches through the shadows. But it isn't Wally. It's Wally's father, Rudy West. "Alan, what did you do? What did you do to my boy?" Rudy snaps as he lashes out, cracking Barry across the jaw. He hits him again and again, shouting at Barry that he told him to stay away from his son. But Barry doesn't fight back. He merely points behind him. "Rudy," Barry whispers. Rudy turns and stares in horror at the energy that floats before him. It coils and pulses until it takes on the vague form of his son. "Dad?" Wally whispers. Rudy steps forward, holding up his hands. "It's okay, son. It's going to be okay," Rudy tells him. But Wally suddenly screams in pain and drops to the floor as he becomes physical once more. Barry rushes forward and grabs hold of Wally's shirt, shouting for the teen to focus on his voice. "Wally, look at me! Focus on me! Stay here! Stay with us!" Barry says as he tries to calm him down. But energy begins to spark around Wally again. It lashes out and strikes Barry in the chest, throwing the scientist away. Wally screams in pain again. But when he opens his eyes, he finds himself kneeling in the desert once more. "Barry? Dad?" Wally whispers in surprise. The rogues stare at him, now shielded from his energy blasts by protective bubbles. "You're welcome. I told you guys this kid was messed up, but does anyone listen to me?" "Oh no, let's just make fun of Jessie. Should've just let you guys fry," Trickster grumbles. She reaches into her pocket and pulls out another grenade, letting it slip from her hands and bounce over to Wally, where it pops and becomes a bubble around him. "Let me out!" Wally growls. The Trickster shakes her head. "Sure, Hotshot. As soon as we get back to Fort Fox, I'll let you out. Then they're gonna open you right up, just like they did with Mick Rory and that Raymond kid," Trickster says as she turns back to her team. But Wally shakes his head. "I don't want to hurt anyone else, but I will," Wally gasps. His body begins to vibrate again, and suddenly he dashes sideways and passes through the bubble. He quickly turns and runs away as his body begins to generate the energy again. The glider leaps into the air, her rocket boots activate, and she launches after the boy. "Haven't met anything yet that can outrun," she begins to say as she reaches for Wally. But suddenly, the energy explodes around him. His body blurs, and he is gone as the sound barrier breaks around him, throwing Glider away as she yells in surprise. Wally continues to run. The world stretches around him as he goes faster and faster. He realizes that he is in the present now, in the hot desert, but he is also in the past. He can see it. His consciousness begins to slide through time. He is in the present, then he is a child in the past, spending time with his mother and father. But then suddenly, it happens. He is in the future, and he sees what's coming. He is dressed in a strange costume, and the world loves him. But then the future shifts, and the world is destroyed all around him. His body is nothing more than a sparking burst of energy in the vague shape of a human. Is he a hero, or is he a monster? But suddenly, Wally snaps back to the present. His body returns to normal as he loses balance and tumbles into the dirt. Nearby, the rogues have regrouped. Captain Cold stares out over the desert, trying to get a bead on their quarry. "Okay, I've had enough of this freak show," he says as he turns back to his team. He motions to the armored vehicle that brought them here. "Let him out," Snart orders. Digger cocks an eyebrow at him. "You sure you want to do this?" he asks as he taps a few buttons on the keypad. But Snart declares that they have no choice. They need Grodd. The armored doors slide open, revealing red eyes. And then a small green monkey with an exposed brain steps out of the shadows, looking surprised. "Eek?" Grodd asks gently. And that is where we leave issue 2 of Absolute Flash. Wally is seeing through time as he tries to figure out these new powers, and the rogues have released Grodd to try and stop Wally and capture him. But can this monkey do what they couldn't? Well, you'll just have to wait till next time. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to help the channel out, you can like the video and subscribe. I'm Dan with Comicstorian, and we will see you next time. Rest in peace, Benny.